How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Type QQ Gaming channel. We got a surprise little entry from Dandy, or a brief glimpse into the life of a candy alchemist. Not the easiest said game title ever. But yeah, we got some runs here from this game. And here we are to this intro stage that I still have yet to understand what the frig is all about. You got that mint leaf, you got this sort of weird nut or fruit, and then you have your sort of eggshell candy on the bottom. We picked the bottom. Hopefully that wasn't the worst choice ever, because we're now living with it. And that sort of like sets the whole stage for the whole every run preceding, you know. If we have 5 runs in this video, we're not going back to that last stage. So if somebody knows what the heck that's all about back there, let me know, please. I sort of ask for help only because I'm not the sort that really, does the sort of game FAQs type of stuff. I don't really look for like walkthroughs or something like that. I kind of like to figure things out my own, or friends or community members can kind of let me know what's going on. That's kind of how I'd like to go. 3 choices here. We got the cherry. We got like a coffee bean, and of course we have the heel. So we went with the cherry there. And it takes me a little while to figure it out, but I think, like in a Binding of Isaac sort of way, this sort of familiar grants us health if we kill enough enemies, or randomly kill enemies. It's just a little hard to determine. But I believe that's what it does. We'll have to just double check while we take damage past that first initial one. That we'll get rid of that sort of yellow heart there. Also, would have been nice to get that sort of angel blob guy there, but all the same, no worries. Here at full health. And that's one of the, among a couple other things, that's what I feel was some of the early difficulty with this game is those sort of, shooty enemies behind tanky enemies. That's the, your sort of, your early on plight with some of this stuff. Alright, so now that we've taken damage, we can at least take a look and see how this little vampire familiar guy, taking a couple points of damage. We'll see if we regenerate. We may not. Who knows? I felt at one point or another we did. Jesus, we're just taking damage now. See, we took we healed that another piece there. So I think that's the case. We're regenerating if we kill enough. Cinnamon. And I believe if I read that correctly, the more damage we take, the stronger we are. There we go, yes. So he does go over and suck the blood out of a dead enemy and heals us back up. So, pretty good defensive item, I would suppose. But my god, we are just getting the fuck lit up. Holy shit. End this miserable run already. My god. Both the cherry item and the cinnamon item are good. Just maybe not good for your the very first items you get, only because I don't know. Maybe they are, but I would say maybe something a bit more offensive to get you going. I guess starting out you don't want something that says hey, if you're taking damage that's good, or or if you're taking damage we'll heal you. I don't know if that's probably like the best or the most productive way to start a run, I would guess, but that's kind of still where we are with Dandy, is figuring out where everything is, or what everything is for that matter too. And good death. So it looks like they've taken that cherry and they're going to throw it somewhere else in this world. So in a way, that's you know, you also want to kind of, you know, once you've started playing, you do want to do a few runs, only because, you know, dang, look at those moves. You know, you can get some of your items back if you continue on. You know, not all of them, and I suppose not always, but the possibility is there, I suppose. Lemon, lime, and then the heart. Pick lemon. Lemon gives you slower, stronger shots. We may have got that one before. That one doesn't seem like all that strange. And I think stronger shots are kind of, you know, certainly, you know, the base of a good run. You do want to deal a good number of damage. You know, the slow I can deal with. I don't mind that so much. You know, I would say in other games these would actually be pretty fast. And it's those sort of tank enemies like we just defeated with the multiple hits, like these guys here. These are, I would say, you know, early on you want to take care of those guys fast. Not because of they're dangerous or anything like that. Just they're so incredibly annoying, and they shield, you know, like those enemies that we just faced. And here as well. You know, if you can clear those off rather quickly, you know, and you know, this game is just showing all kinds of examples of just that same thing. You know, sometimes you can curve your shot to go around. Yeah, what a pain in the fucking ass. There we go, Jesus. The slowing effect, I guess, having some effect, I suppose. Gotta remember to wait to... There we go. Take your goddamn mask off and feel the embrace of death. You know, I bet it's in the game somewhere, but I've yet to find, like, a homing weapon or a candy that gives me a homing effect. That's kind of what I want. I want sit back and dodge and let everything hit hit the enemies. Coffee again in the honeycomb, and of course a heal, but the heal would just cover that one heart. We chose the honeycomb. It seemed familiar at the time. I was like, I think I remember this being good. All it did really is just reduce our avatar's, you know, our hitbox size, which isn't a bad thing particularly. But maybe nothing that I was really looking for in particular, because we're still fucking getting hit. These wretched enemies sometimes with their, you know, constant fire. And you know, I haven't said it before in previous videos. I'm pretty sure you know, you can only move up and down. That's just, you know, I would say kind of a pretty huge negative I would cast upon the game, like some sort of voodoo person. But yeah, I'm not sure if I follow why that was ever a thing, you know. Yeah, look at this fuck. You know, you got your little shield thing you have to worry about. Then we got a shooter after that, and whatever. Thank God we got gored right there by that fucking thing. And lemon. The lemon will be somewhere now in the game. I swear to you, I think this next next run is actually pretty decent. It's either this one or the next one. We go for, or far from me. I should at least preface. And with the dodges, look at that, Jesus. Hello, good friend. We know how the cream cheese works. The only negative cream cheese is that you get that weird looking fucking white hair with a little fluff ball, but other than that, it sets you up really good for the rest of the game with those, you know, 4 empty heart containers that you can either heal up with the little angel poof guys, or you know, next time you come to the sort of statues, you can pick the heart and be fucking good for a long time. You know, maybe it's not always the best pick, you know, especially if it's your first pick. You know, you probably want something offensive, like, you know, like the lemons maybe. But you know, lemons are to be they were placed here somewhere in the game, so we should, you know, maybe not worrying about offense right away. Although we probably should see what that coffee does. We've seen the coffee a few times, the coffee bean. Yeah, boy, you know, we really could have dodged that if we had another axis of movement. But, you know, I understand. Maybe this game would be a bit too easy if we could kind of move left and right as well. And you may see me pausing my weapon. You may have noticed this in previous videos or in this video alone, is that when you first start firing, you have some large, like large candy pellets, I suppose, large bullets that come out, and as you hold the fire button, they do get smaller and probably do less damage. So that's why when I can, I kind of hold back on it. So we had it kind of like a sugar cube and a lime. We went to sugar cube. That is caramel. We picked that up before, but I plain forgot that we did. This is the item that if you get hit, it creates a bubble around you and makes you invulnerable to consecutive damage for a time. So it's actually kind of, you know, a pretty good combo to have with more HP, which means, you know, you have more defensive power, you have more sticking power. You know, as you can see right there, you can just, for the most part, soak right into you know, some ugly fire from enemies and just fire back carefree, that sort of thing. Pretty precarious here, but there's the lemon as well, so we'll be wanting to get that. Just gotta get the puzzle there. So there we go. We've got the lemon shot back, which are bigger, more damage, bigger, more damage, bigger bullets, more damage, and apparently at a intelligence loss, apparently. I mean, I suppose even as a good thing for having slower bullets is that they'll ricochet back slower, easier to dodge. You know, you aren't punished so much for mistakes. Well, as I say that, right? Well, I don't even open my fucking mouth sometimes, right? Jesus Christ. But, you know, we got that caramel bubble, so, you know, things are kind of, you know, I hate to keep saying, you know, Binding of Isaac anytime we play some sort of roguelike game that has a ton of different items that don't necessarily say what they do before you pick them up. You know, this game does have quite a bunch of items that kind of play with each other, and you can kind of see, you know, you can kind of see how you can build different runs, given the right items. Yeah. You can just power through that sort of stuff. Getting pretty low in HP here. Down to 2. But, you know, we are getting to these explodey grape guys, so if we're at all lucky, we can kind of take advantage of their, you know, blast radius and clear out some enemies without too much effort, but it doesn't really seem to be working too well like that. There we go. Yeah, and that turned out real bad, but not punished. Really could have used that. Strawberry, chili. I don't think we picked the strawberry before, but I think we're in a good place where we want that. You know, we got the lemons for offense. We got the caramel bubble, and of course we have the extra HP from cream cheese, so shit, we're looking at some pretty healthy heart containers there. 3, 6, 9, is that 9? Almost too many numbers to count. Pretty shitty damage there, my god. I feel, you know, designed, how this game was designed, not so much for like on the fly, like finger fast movement, because you only can move back and, you know, up and down rather, but you want to be a bit more methodical, know where you're going, know where your limits are, if you're on the top or bottom of the screen, and kind of work around with what you have, not necessarily go, okay, it doesn't matter particularly where I am, I know I can get out of it. You know, I don't think that's the case, because if you start at the top or bottom and some of these enemies that kind of crawl towards you, you're going to get cornered, you know. Ugh, these fucking annoying enemies. Yeah, who knows why they do anything, but fuck them, I say. They obviously react to movement, I believe, but I don't have the will or the patience to figure out what the case may be. These fucking, you know, protection bubble guys, they're just pain in the ass is what they are. Same with these guys as well. These seem to be a variation of the same. So here we are, you know, fucking, like I said, that, you know, shot speed is sort of important when you come across enemies that kind of have your same shot speed, and then you're, you know, a little behind on taking them out. But doing pretty okay for these last few screens on when it comes to dodging. Well, Jesus Christ, I really do have a way of that, don't I? I wish I could tell you I had timestamps of how I plan this all out, but I really don't. I just like, well, you know what? Just off the top of my head, I don't remember playing badly in the last minute, and then, you know, just like clockwork, you know, fucking make a bad play. But here we are. We got some more stiff, and there we are. You know, maybe a risky play there at half health, but I mean, we do have 5 hit points. And the Peach, at least right now, only playing this game a few times. One of my favorite weapons, although we have done a poor job of showcasing it. Essentially what Peach does is, as long as you don't take damage, you know, the more things you kill, the more your bullets will do for damage. But it does, you know, rely on you not taking damage. And I think they'll even get bigger as well. So, I mean, peach, lemon, that sort of thing, that stuff will all kind of combo pretty dang well. And a nice little dodge there to get the extra health we need. And yeah, look at these nice big fat bullets. Big swarms of enemies like those will certainly go pay dividends. Provided you don't take damage. But yeah, take out a bunch of guys like little weenie guys, and then all of a sudden you've got some power behind your shots. But immediately we're running pretty damn low on health, so. And these enemies, I feel, are a little tricky. The ones that sort of, when you shoot, they pull apart. Because as you can see, they're going to shoot as they come closer together again. So there is a sort of fine line that you can kind of follow, so you can shoot them and they don't shoot you. That sort of thing. If you're sort of grazing along the, an up or down. Jesus Christ, huh? Playing with fire. So if you have a large bullets like this, you can get away with it. So the bullets will touch them and their bullets won't touch you, especially if you're moving in an opposite direction. That's sort of fun. I mean, you can certainly do your best about knocking down their shots as well, but it is a moving, moving target. So here we go. Peach will love ruining these guys. And here we are, first boss. This sort of flying, sort of worm-like creature who's going to, certainly come and attack us, and also leave these sort of dangerous bubbles, these toxic bubbles around as well. So it's a little bit of watch out for him, shoot him down, and also shoot down his little fart bubbles. But sitting at 1 health, but all the same, worm disassembler. Achievement unlocked. And although I'd like to get, I think lime does poison. I forget what the watermelon does, but sitting at 1 health, that's pretty obvious of what we should do. And then immediately after this level, we're finding already some real asshole enemies. These new sort of charger enemies that yeah, wow, will sort of evade your first shot and come at you real quick. and it's going to take me a moment to kind of get used to seeing them and reading their pattern. And now suddenly tombstones as well. Things got real fucking dangerous, or real morbid, I suppose. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if somebody didn't have cream cheese around this area and then just got spiked to death by these assholes. I mean, one thing to keep in mind is that as they miss, they do move back to their sort of neutral state rather slowly. So much in the way of, that you would like a bullfighter. Instigate them, dodge, and then attack. I mean, and preferably not taking damage at the same time, but can't always get what you want, especially if you're a goddamn trash gamer like I am. And yeah, now we're just really bleeding health points. Lucky that grape didn't blow up in our face. Got pretty damn close. So yeah, this is by far the furthest we've been able to get in the game. And it feels good actually fighting our first boss and actually defeating it. That's normally our style. Usually we, every step we take further, we fuck up and have to, we have to take a lot of steps to learn from. And sadly, I didn't really want to take this heart to heal back up, but I certainly did want to add to our repertoire of dangerous offensive stuffs. But yeah, I think if I play well, these few items I do have can kind of work together. Get some large, extra damage bullets. And if we do take damage, so be it. We have the extra damage as well as the sort of invulnerability bubble. And I mean, some may say like, wow, with these items, how the fuck did you get killed? Oh yeah, just wait. It's one of, just you wait, summer child. It's these sort of, look at this type of trash. This is the stuff I really hate, where you have that sort of, just chunky asshole, and then you have the guys firing behind him. Another item I think would be really nice would be like a piercing shot. Something that will fire through enemies and hit things behind them, as well as, those sort of reflective barriers. Or even those bubbles as well. Imagine if I had if you can go on a run that has like piercing and homing. Easy mode, right? Getting real hairy there, but did a pretty decent job, I suppose, at least not taking damage. It looks like you can kill that little orbital guy before the large one, but Haven't really got a chance to do that, figure out what happens there. Took some real shit damage there. That's pretty silly. And now we're real close to being at half health. But as you can see, you know, as that dot's kind of crossing through that line, or going down through the, you know, going up the line, you know, we got a long ways to go until we get our next item, so, you know, we're kind of stuck here. And these guys are quite a pain as well. You know, these guys that I believe kind of position themselves in odd places and then just start firing rapidly. Yeah, this is where things get real weird. I think it seems like they move when you move. They move when you move and fire when you fire. I don't know. Something like that seems to be the case. But yeah, you can see how it's getting real crowded real quick. Yeah, it looks like they're still firing even though I've stopped firing. Who the fuck knows? You know, I have that compendium of all kinds of information there. I really probably should at least look through once, and there we go. Jesus Christ, all kinds of just fucking onslaught of weaponry. Or rather, bullets, rather. Yeah, and there we go. That was a good run, though. You know, we at least we got an achievement. We killed a boss, and then, you know, sort of fell to the Reaper there. So that's going to do it for this time. Feel free to subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and we'll come back to this very soon.